Hi guys, and welcome to another episode. Today we have a album ranking video in one of my favorite thrash metal bands, and I'm talking about The Haunted. The Haunted, they're from Sweden. They were formed mid 90s, specifically 96, after the breakup of At the Gates. Three members, the Björler brothers and the drummer Adrian Erlandsson. They formed the band, and then they took with them Patrick Jensen, the riff master, on guitars, and the singer Peter Dolving. And they released their first album. They had some similarities, the riffs from the latest At the Gates Slaughter of the Soul album, but was with their, let's say, their own signature. So it was kind of more thrash with a little bit hardcore elements instead of melodic death metal. Since then, they changed the members, they changed musically a little bit. They had some, let's say, more experimental albums. And I have to say, it's a band that, for me, kept thrash metal alive back in late 90s, because as you all remember, thrash metal was dying. We all know what Metallica, how they changed. Megadeth, they were releasing very weird albums like Risk, Slayer. They were going to more nu metal sound with Diabolus in Musica. Creator, they had these industrial and gothic albums like Endorama and Renewal, Destruction the same. They released an album that even the old band doesn't want to know about it, the least successful Human Cannonball. So anyway, all the bands that period, they were experimenting in kind of more mainstream rock metal sound, and The Haunted just came as a blast, full solid and amazing riffs, very thrashy sound, very fast. If I could say it's the Raining Blood of the 90s, yeah, why not? It's an amazing album, the first one that they released, and they continue as well, very strong. In total, they have 10 albums, and usually people, they divide The Haunted in two eras because of the two singers, Peter Dolving and Marco Aro. So some people, they prefer Peter Dolving, which is a bit more thrashy, hardcore singer, and some other people, they prefer Marco because he's a bit more growling type, gives that harshness to the sound, and a bit more dark he sounds with The Haunted. So yeah, we have 10 albums. As I said before, The Haunted have, in my opinion, not good album, bad album. They have decent, they have good albums, and they have masterpieces as well. So let's start our ranking, and we'll see. Last place, number 10 for me, is this album, Unseen. Yeah, it's the experimental album. I think it's a bad album. I didn't like it at all. I remember they came, I think it was 2011, they came to Greece for the promotion of the album. And on the live show, when they were playing songs from this album, people just didn't engage. They were asking for the older songs, so they got the message that the album didn't reflect to their expectation. They tried to make it a bit more groovy here, no thrash sound at all. Basically, it's, I would say, a bit more hard rock. I don't know how to describe it. It has a little bit of industrial elements, a little bit groove elements. The second song, No Ghost, reminds me a little bit Black Label Society. I don't know. Well, I should listen to this one when I have Black Label Society or similar bands. If I can see some highlights from this album, The City, I think it's the most, let's say, more hardcore, trying to become thrashy a little bit. Them and Unseen title track, but I never went back to album. I didn't like it, and that's why it sits on the bottom of my list. Now, number 10th was this one. Number 9th, I will go with The Dead Eye. This album, from this album you can start see that they try to experiment. This album, all the songs, they have the word "the" in front. The premonition, the flood, the medication, the drowning, the reflection, the prosecution. I don't know, it was something like starting to experiment from the titles of the songs and the music, although it has a lot of thrashy moments and some fast songs, as The Medication. It's my favorite from this album. The Flood is a great song as well, The Prosecution, but has some mid-tempo, groovy, and you can tell that they try to change, to blend more elements, as I said, that like a bit more industrial kind of elements. It's not a bad album, but yeah, they released way better albums than this one, so that's why it sits on 9th place, The Dead Eye. 8th place for me. 8th place, I will go with the album Versus. This is a limited edition. Has some stickers inside. Has a guitar pick with a name, The Haunted. The original, I'll show you now, cover is this one, the red cover, Versus. I think on this one they recorded the album live, like how they did with their first album, to give this element of more rough music, more thrashy. It's okay, I don't mind. It works well with me. Even the previous one, The Dead Eye, that was very polished. Still, those productions, I have to say, The Haunted always, they had very good productions in all the albums, so there's no issue with this one. Highlights on this album, Moroni Colossus, great song, Little Cage, Crusher, another one. Good songs, they have variety, fast songs, mid-tempo, and still you can see the same experimental that they were doing from the previous album. So you can tell that their sound changed because they're going with this path. And yeah, for me, 8th place, Versus. Next one, I will go with their album Strength in Numbers. It was the second album with the guitarist Ola Englund. You all know that Anders Björler left the band after the Unseen album and returned to At the Gates. So we have new sound, more fresh elements here. It's a combination of fast songs, mid-tempo groovy ones, but it's very heavy. Production is heavy, guitars are very heavy, highlights, Brute Force, Spark, great song, title track, Strength in Numbers, very good, very solid album. They try to return back to their original sound after the Unseen album. It was a solid album, and Ola Englund gives, as I said before, that freshness in their sound that they needed, and he does a very good pair with Patrick Jensen. So 7th place for me, Strength in Numbers. Next one, 6th place, I will go with their last album, Songs of Last Resort. Vocals here, Marco, he sounds very harsh, sounds a bit death, I could say. Production wise, very heavy. We have highlights, Warhead, In Fire Reborn, Through the Fire, great songs. Again, some mid-tempo, but a lot of faster songs and very heavy. Big improvement than the previous one, than Strength in Numbers. Production super crisp. Very good album. And they return back for good, I would say. So for me, well deserved the 6th place, Songs of Last Resort. Number 5, I will go with their 3rd album, One Kill Wonder. It's the 2nd album with Marco on vocals. The production here is a little bit, could say, the guitars are a little bit more muddy, a little bit more back, but it has a very dark feeling on the whole album. Yeah, they have very good songs. Shadow World, DOA, I think it's the best song of the album. Urban Predator, another killer one. And the Shithead, fast and very groovy as well. Great album. Very thrash album. So yeah, for me, number 5, One Kill Wonder. Number 4 on my listing, I will go with their 4th album, The Revolver. Is the return back of Peter Dolving on vocals, because he was only on the first album, and then the second and the third was Marco. Now we have back Peter Dolving, and you can see that they have that bit more punk, hardcore elements in their sound, but with very thrash, very sharp riffs, and great songwriting. No Compromise, great song. 99, the best hit of the album, great song. Very groovy. Sabotage, amazing. Sweet Relief, All Against All, great album. You couldn't tell that after that, they're gonna start releasing like experimental albums. Until this album, they were great. They were great. This album is a 9 out of 10 for me. Great album and well-deserved 4th place, Revolver. 3rd place. 3rd place, I will go with Exit Wounds 2014. After, of course, that Unseen album that they realized that most of the people didn't like it. They came back with a killer album, try to bring the sound from their first albums, and they succeeded great. Great songs: My Salvation, Psychonaut, Eye of the Storm, Trend Killer, Time. I can name the whole album. It's a great album, and heavy as well. Great return from the Haunted. They show that they haven't forgot thrash metal, and they put. I think it's their best album after that Unseen album in their last 15 years of, let's say, or a decade of their existence. Is the best album. Great comeback album from the Haunted. Great production. Yeah, 3rd place, amazing. 9.5 out of 10, almost perfection. Great album. Now, 2 more albums. Both of them now 10 out of 10, masterpieces. Of course, the album in 1st place is my favorite, and I think it's better, but still, even this one, number 2, 10 out of 10. 2nd place, I will go with The Haunted, Made Me Do It. Amazing album. They continue from where they started with the debut album, and the riffs, amazing. Patrick Jensen with Anders Bjorler, riff masters, amazing riffs. They have a little bit of At the Gates from Slaughter of the Soul, a little bit resemblance on some riffs here and there, but they establishing now their own signature sound, their own riffs. We have a new drummer here because Adrian Erlandsson left to join Cradle of Filth. So we have, can't remember his first name, but I think it was another Jensen in his last name. So we had the 2 Jensen playing here. What can we say? The whole album is a highlight. Bury Your Dead, amazing song. Trespass, the best song of the album for me, amazing. Hollow Ground, The World Burns, yeah, great album. Thrash metal owns a lot to The Haunted for these amazing albums that they released late 90s and kept thrash metal alive. So 2nd place, Made Me Do It. And of course, we have on 1st place the debut, The Haunted, the whole album. Amazing riffs, amazing. It's a masterpiece of thrash metal. These riffs, amazing. Production, breaking bones, speed, full speed. Yeah, definitely I can consider it as the Raining Blood of the 90s. Great album for me. Peter Dolving, we could say he's a bit more refined and cleaner version of Thomas Lindberg. His vocals are a bit screamy, but they don't have this growlness, so he's more kind of thrashy, hardcore singer. Yeah, we have a masterpiece here in thrash metal. The whole album is a highlight, 10 out of 10, masterpiece. And of course goes to first place for me, and for the reasons that they released such a good album, such a thrashy album, in a period where everyone was experimenting and they weren't even playing thrash metal anymore. So that's why for me deserves the first place, The Haunted. So that was the album ranking on The Haunted. Tell me your thoughts, leave a comment, what do you think, what will be your ranking, like my video, subscribe if you want, it's free, you don't have to pay nothing. It will be great support to me to do more videos like that in the future. And until next time, see you, bye.